choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel, and good luck for life.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 3, 2025. Today in history, 128 years ago, German Romantic composer Johannes Brahms passed away. Renowned for masterpieces like Symphony No. 1 in C minor, Symphony No. 2 in D major, and Deutsche Requiem, Brahms left an indelible mark on classical music. He blended classical sonata principles with his artistic flair, earning recognition as a leading figure in the post-Beethoven era, known for his extensive repertoire and dedication to classical tradition. Welcome to today's Ching Chow Morning News. Let's start with political updates. Denmark and France condemn U.S. interference in their affairs. According to Copenhagen News, France and Denmark recently condemned the U.S. government for its arrogant interference in their affairs, accusing it of disregarding them as close allies. Danish Foreign Minister Rasmussen stated that while Denmark remains allied with the U.S., it disapproves of its attitude. France also criticized U.S. interference in the inclusive policies of French companies, likening it to Washington's unreasonable tariff threats. Earlier, during a visit to the U.S. Pituffik Space Base in Greenland, a Danish autonomous territory, U.S. Vice President Vance accused Denmark of neglecting Greenland's security and underinvesting in defense. Simultaneously, the U.S. Embassy sent letters to several French companies, warning them against implementing diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs. These initiatives aim to support historically excluded groups, but Trump and his supporters argue they contradict their vision of meritocracy. Hamas accepts new ceasefire proposal. According to Cairo News, on March 29, Hamas Political Bureau Vice Chairman Haya announced that Hamas had agreed to the new Gaza ceasefire proposal from the mediator. The proposal includes a 50-day ceasefire starting from Eid al-Fitr and the release of 5 living Israeli hostages per week. Israel stated that it had submitted new proposals to the mediator, requiring Hamas to release 10 to 11 hostages before restoring the ceasefire. Reports indicate that Hamas is holding 59 Israeli hostages, with 24 believed to be alive. Sudanese army regains full control of capital Khartoum. According to AFP, on March 27, the Sudanese army announced it had regained full control of Khartoum after a week of fighting with anti-government forces. Witnesses and activists confirmed that anti-government forces had been withdrawing from the capital. Since the conflict began in April 2023, the Sudanese army has been battling the Rapid Support Forces, RSF. Last week, the RSF attacked the presidential palace in Khartoum, prompting a military counterattack. Currently, the Sudanese army controls the north and east, while the RSF holds parts of the south and most of Darfur in the west. EU plans concession list for U.S. tariff negotiations. According to Bloomberg, EU officials learned at a recent Washington meeting that they could not avoid new U.S. auto tariffs and Trump's planned reciprocal tariffs. In response, the European Commission has begun drafting a list of terms for a potential agreement. This list outlines negotiation areas for punitive trade measures, including reducing EU tariffs, increasing mutual investment with the U.S., and relaxing certain regulations and standards. In exchange, the U.S. would partially cancel tariffs already impacting EU exports and set to rise further. Sources say the U.S. has not yet specified tariff levels for the EU, but officials expect them to range from 10% to 25%. The EU intends to use this list as the basis for negotiations once the tariffs take effect. Myanmar shadow government unilaterally declares ceasefire for aid. According to reports from Naypyidaw, on March 30, Myanmar's shadow government, the National Unity Government, announced on social media that its People's Defense Force would suspend offensive operations for 2 weeks, maintaining only defensive actions. This pause aims to facilitate cooperation with the United Nations and NGOs in ensuring smooth transportation, setting up temporary rescue and medical camps in controlled areas, and providing emergency aid to earthquake victims. Earlier, a 7.9 magnitude earthquake struck central Myanmar, causing widespread casualties. Despite the disaster, the Myanmar military government did not halt its offensives. The Danu People's Liberation Army in Shan State reported that the Myanmar army bombed one of their bases after the earthquake, killing 7 people. Malaysia police seize nearly RM 106 million worth of smuggled fireworks. According to reports from Malaysia, Malaysian National Police Chief Razaruddin stated that as of March 23, authorities had seized over Rm106 million worth of fireworks and firecrackers in 60 cases, leading to the arrest of 68 individuals. Smuggling groups used various methods to evade detection, including illegal land routes through the Thai-Malaysian border at Padang Besar and Bukit Kayu Hitam. They also concealed goods in hidden compartments of private cars, freight trucks, and long-distance buses. Additionally, some smugglers transported fireworks via small boats or cargo ships, disguising them among other container goods. Authorities warn that illegal fireworks pose significant safety risks and urge the public not to sell or purchase them. Scientists propose new indicator to predict heart disease risk. A new study reported by the New York Times suggests that the daily heart rate to step ratio, DHRPS, is a more accurate measure of heart health than tracking steps or heart rate alone. Researchers analyzed data from nearly 7,000 smartwatch users and found that a higher DHRPS is linked to a greater risk of conditions such as type 2 diabetes, hypertension, heart failure, stroke, coronary atherosclerosis, and myocardial infarction. Since this metric is easy to calculate and requires only a smartwatch or fitness tracker, it provides a low-cost method for individuals to monitor their heart health and prevent disease more effectively. According to Chihua Daily, the domestic soybean meal spot price has recently fallen by nearly 300 yuan per ton, a drop of 8%. That's all for today's Qing Chao Morning News. Thanks for watching. Join us at the same time tomorrow.